It's official now. I'm on the Cleveland Way. This is day one. It's just gone, well, 25 past 10. It's a good 4-hour drive this morning to get up here from Western in North Somerset. A few parking issues just now, trying to find free parking in Helmsley, but I managed to get there in the end. It's a very busy mind kind of morning. I'm going to try and get a few miles under my belts and just settle down a bit. But I am here. Got 7 days of walking ahead of me, 6 nights camping, all the gear. Yeah, I'll try and settle into this a bit more as time goes on. I think the forecast is decent as well. It's going to be a bit overcast, but mostly dry for the week. Fingers crossed. This first day is only 14.5 miles, it's quite short for me. I did sort of 27 miles last time on the South Downs Way, and again the Ridge Way as well. That was just far too much for a first day. Your pack's the heaviest and you've got all the food on you, all the water, all your kit. As you gradually walk on, you kind of consume more and the load gets lighter. I'm carrying today 16.5 kilos including food and water. That's somehow less than what I carried 2 years ago on the South Downs Way, even though I'm packing more in the way of warm layers for the night time, and I'm also carrying 1 more day's worth of food. So how I'm carrying less weight, I'm not really sure. I've just passed at least 6 of these, what are they, pheasants? Dead birds along this path. Don't know what's going on, but so many along here. Another one right there. Weird. It's now 11:45. Done a good hour and a half walking. I'm out of the woodland for a bit near Cold Kirby, and the Cleveland Way itself is 109 miles long. It mostly skirts around the North York moors. It was not quite circular. I'm doing it in 7 days. Because of where the campsites are, it means I can't do it in 6. Would have been ideal for me, 6 days, 18 miles a day. My longest day is 21. My shortest is 12. 4 days around the moors here, and then the last 3 days down the coast, past Scarborough and Whitby, on towards Filey. I'm heading west and then a bit further north for now. But later on next week I should be somewhere beyond there, I reckon. Going down towards the end. A long way to go yet. There was a part of me earlier that wanted to just sit down, throw it all on the floor, curl up and cry. And I'm trying to figure out why that was. I've come to the conclusion that I'm afraid of 2 things. One is the unknown ahead. This whole area is completely new to me. As I was saying, I could take this day by day, rather than viewing it as a 7-day trip, and view it as 1 more dead bird, view it as each day as it comes. That's what I'll try and do today. This is day 1, that's all I'm doing. I'm also afraid of what I've left behind at home, although it's still going to be when I get home next weekend. It's always happened to go away somewhere, but this is my first time away on a long trip for, well, a year now. This year I've made some really good friends actually in life. I've been alright the last few months, like mentally. Generally alright, it's just the last week when it's got closer, the panic set in and taken over. I kind of lost sight of why I'm doing this trail. But walking it now, I feel like I do want to do it again. I've got that desire coming back to walk the Cleveland Way. Yeah, speaking of those friends, one in particular has become quite close the last couple of months. It's come out of the blue. It's been really, really good. She was really good helping me pack as well. And bearing in mind she has no experience of backpacking, she did it flawlessly. Everything fitted in there with space. I repacked it last night, put it all back in, no space. I don't know what she did, but it was magic. I saw her again last night briefly. She gave me something to bring with me. I've got one for each night. I'll try and show you those either later on today at the campsite or on a different day when I'm camping. But yeah, it means a lot to me that she's done this, and didn't have to. She spent a lot of free time in the evening yesterday after work doing it for me. Dropped it off quite late at night. But it's incredibly thoughtful. I've no idea what's beyond the packaging, but I look forward to finding out each day. I mean, it's almost a bit like having that person with you in spirit kind of thing. Because it can be quite a solitary thing, this long distance walking and backpacking. I've seen a few friendly local dog walkers who passed, said hellos and that sort of thing. I'm sure I'll see more further ahead. I'm heading towards halfway on today's walk. It's been quite uneventful, I'd say. Not in a bad way. It's been like a gentle, fairly gentle countryside ramble. A lot of farmland, bridleways. Really good way marking as you expect from National Trail. It could be anywhere, it could be the Peak District, it could be anywhere really. Nothing I've yet seen says this is the Yorkshire Moors, North York Moors. It's been good. A few slight ups and downs, but nothing too major. Further ahead I should find I think it's the finest view in England apparently. So the sign tells you to go that way. Ideally a place to stop for lunch as well. Sadly they're all gone. I've just passed the T-junction going towards the White Horse for a brief diversion. It's still part of the official Cleveland Way. Look at the view here. I think it's going west towards the Dales I went to last year. It's fucking awesome. I had my lunch on the cliffs over there and the White Horse just beyond there, but you can't clearly see it from this high up. You've got to be sort of lower down to get a better view. Bit of a detour to get there as well, along there and back again, quite a long way. I've probably got 6 miles left to walk to get to the campsite. It's not too far really. Parts of this route are cycle friendly. It's good to see they've got a new path for cyclists going this way, whereas the walkers path goes around this way. I'm now carrying on this direction, heading towards those hills. I believe it's the Hambleton Hills area. It's been quite busy this past hour of walking. I've seen walkers, cyclists going both directions. Well, good for them of course. I haven't got far to go at all now. I should be at the campsite within the hour. I'm staying at, it's called High Paradise Farm. Paradise might be a bit ambitious, optimistic, anything will do. They seem quite laid back. They say text on the day when you're going to arrive and they'll make sure they're there for you to come in. I think it costs about £10 per backpacker per night, so seems reasonable. I am pleased to be nearing the end today. I trained for this walk with the miles I was doing recently, but I haven't trained for using this pack. I'm walking with a normal day pack most of the time, and the weight today is just a bit too much, more than I'm used to. And it's finally starting to get to me this afternoon anyway, even with food behind me or inside me, and less in the pack. Yeah, it's starting to take its toll on my body. Not too far to go, and the views are still really good down the west hand side. Those emotions I mentioned this morning, they're still very much present, even more so now than they were earlier. I think being around more people kind of triggers it. Seeing couples and families go past, and there's me on my own going the other way, which I'm quite used to, really. I should be quite used to it anyway. I've got all kinds of thoughts going on about re-evaluating parts of my life and my beliefs. And what I do at the campsite when I sit down is just journal. I write it all down, get it out there. At a later date, I know I've got at least 3 friends I could talk to about all this and get some feedback and whatever, and just share it further. I think it's also having made that recent connection has been so strong and so important to me as well. And now suddenly losing that for a week, that's not a great deal of time in the long run, but suddenly I'm just like, I'm feeling quite alone again. And that's kind of where I am. I'm sure I can settle down tonight, get to the campsite, have something to eat, get a half decent night's sleep, get ready in the morning and get going again. But one day at a time is the way. It might still be a tough day, but I'll be here. I'm past the point of turning back. It's only 5 to 4 now and I'm nearing the campsite. Done very well then to get this walk done in only, what, 6 hours? Here I am, all pitched up. And then I got toilets and showers, water. And I've got a bench to myself.